Well, good afternoon and welcome to Ed's Orchids again. I've been doing a bit of repotting this morning, but I thought, well, I'll not put it on video because how many times have you seen people repotting? And I was just doing a couple of small phalaenopsis, putting them into different things. It's a little thing I'm experimenting with two small these species phalaenopsis, and I'm just changing the mix a bit, so we'll see how it goes. So we'll keep an eye on that, and if it does well, I'll let you know what I'm mixing it in. Alright, now this in front of you is a Dracula solii, and I got it, I think it's about 6 months ago now, maybe a little bit more, and it's been in just moss, but it's growing. There's one or two new growths in it, but nothing special, so I thought I'd just take it out and have a look at it. It's a miserable day here again, so it's raining. There's no wind, but it's cold and damp. I mean, the humidity in here must be getting on to nearly 100. Right, let's take it out. Yeah, I got it in May. So let's just have a quick look at it, see if the roots are growing at all. Well, there are some roots there, but there's some new roots, but I don't know whether that's in fact I'm new to Dracula, so I don't know how large these roots should be or what length they should be, but there's new growths in. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's 7 new growths in there, so it's not doing so bad. Oh, I thought that was a scale, and it's not. So what I'm going to propose to do, I'm going to put some moss in, but I'm also going to put some bark and perlite. Right, so let's get ready with it. I'll show you the roots. Now, I don't know whether you think these roots are doing well for 7 months, but no sign of anything else. So what do? Put it back in the moss? No. Well, I'm going to change that that moss, because I've got some fresh moss there, which is a bit thicker. I've got some new medium-sized bark there, and some large bark here, hoping that the large bark will stop the stuff growing out of the, falling out of the holes in the pot, because they are quite large. But we'll see what we can do. I don't know whether to sort of line the pot with the moss and then plant the, yeah, I think I'll do that. I think I'll line the pot with the moss. I'll just do that now and then come back and show you. Well, I forgot to switch the camera on again. What's happening? But I've lined the pot with moss, and inside I've put bark and some perlite and a little bit more moss, and then I've filled it up with bark, and then I put some moss on top as well. So let's hope that does a little bit better. And yeah, we can only try these things. Now, this is another Dracula that I got from Grubroschner in Germany, and it's a Woolwardii, and I haven't touched it since I got it last week, so I'm going to have a look at it now, and I'm going to repot it because it looks like it's just in bark, but we'll have a look at it. watered it yesterday, it's wet through. So we'll just have a look at it. It's just in bark, that's all. No mossing, no nothing. So I'll just clean all this up and we'll have a good look at it. The roots seem to be fine. And lots of them. But I'll just try and clean it up a little bit because there'll be some bad roots right in the middle. Well, I've taken off more that I'm going to take off because some of the pieces of bark in there have 3 or 4 roots stuck to them. So I'm going to leave it like that. You see, that's quite a decent root system, I think, for Dracula's. And there you can see where all the many roots are stuck to one pieces of bark. But I've removed all I have, and I've removed the moss that was in there and cleaned the inside up, where the main of the moss was there and all the bad roots as usual. So what I'll do there, I think I'll pot it up in the same pot, but I'll use more sphagnum moss on the outside, and then I'll put it back what it was in before, which was just bark. But I'm going, and I'll add some perlite or some growth stones, anything that will hold a little bit of moisture. So I'll get that done now. I've got a real mixture of bark here that I'm going to use. There's some that's still damp from water dripping on it from when I water the plants above it. It just drips down into the bucket, but it just keeps them nice and moist. And there's growth stones in. There's bits of coconut husk, but these like to stay wet, so that mix should be fine for them. So I'm going to put a few larger bark in the bottom there. That also helps in drainage. I'll put some, and it's not running out of the sides on this one, so that's good. That's good. I haven't got any moss. I'll have to cut some up. Right, I've got a bit of live moss here that I'll cut up. Don't need too much, I don't think. I'll just mix that with a little bit. Put that in there, and then that should be at the right height for the plant to go in. Yep. So we'll just fill that up. Put the live moss in. Bit of charcoal in there as well. So I think we'll call that a day for that one. Dracula wool wardii. Spelled just as you say it. So we'll put the hanger back on that one. Quite easy to hook on these with all these holes in the side. Oops. There we are. We'll put another one around here. And then I think we'll hang this under the bench where it's nice and dark and drafty, so it should be quite happy there. Well, it's not that dark, but there's not a lot of light gets on there. There's sufficient light, let's put it that way. So that's Dracula wool wardii. Now I've just got a bit curious. I found this in the mix. Anybody tell me what it is? Pretty soft but hard in the middle. It's some kind of corn, but that was actually in the mix from Germany. Whether it's something that does the plant good or not, I've absolutely no idea. So somebody tell me what it is. It's a corn off a fir tree or something? I don't know. Somebody will tell me anyhow. Well, these are the two Draculas I've just done, and they're both potted entirely different. So we'll see how they go on. Let's see if one medium is as good as another one. Well, we'll just have a look round just to finish up this video, this quick video. And this is the Lady Isabel, Stony Eye and Rothschildianum. It's its first flowering and it's only got one bud on it. You know, they should have 2, 3, 4 buds on these, and it might get that as it gets a little bit older. But it's got some nice growths on it, so I'm hopeful for this next year to be much better. Now this little plant is being absolutely delightful. It's the Masdevallia grandulosa, and it's absolutely beautiful, and the perfume of it, well, it's such a small plant, but the perfume of it, I can smell it as I walk in the greenhouse. Absolutely beautiful. And it's sort to be, I don't know, it keeps flowering and flowering and flowering, this one, for some reason. Absolutely lovely. Well, I haven't been on the channel much for this last week, but I've had things going on, and you know how it is. Sometimes you sit down and you don't feel like doing anything, and it's the weather, I think. And we're in complete lockdown, so that doesn't help. But we've got plenty of blooms coming out and things like that, and this is just opening up for its second flower. This massive Las Marinas, Cavacii cross-sargentianum. That's its third bloom on it, and there's some more to come out there, but the size of them are ridiculous. Look at that. Madness. Anyhow, thank you very much for watching, and this is the plant that should have been a Warsawixianum and has turned out what I think is a longifolium. If anybody knows different, please tell me. The bud at the top is just about to open. So thank you very much for watching, and until next time, thank you to all my subscribers, and oh, there we are. Thank you to all my subscribers, and if you haven't subscribed yet, I'd be much obliged if you did so. So until next time, I'll see you all later. Bye.